Well folks, we are here. The last of the 10 special projects builds which I'm doing in pack number 2. It's been a great journey once again. The views on these ones are as I expected them to be, a little bit lower. Funnily enough, as I said earlier on today, the trailer itself was viewed by more people, and strangely more people were confused by the trailer than in December. People in December didn't seem to have trouble understanding what it was. This time around, a lot of people seemed confused, which is interesting. This time around, though, a lot of the cars were much more modest. You know, the first pack, I did a lot of exotics, a lot of GT racing stuff. This time, some JDM, some muscle, some more obscure stuff, so I kind of expected that. This time, though, we're actually doing the first build of maybe one or two, because I don't want to do too many like this, wherein this is an engine-swapped car. Now, if you don't have the engine swap to do to this, don't worry, you can still do a version of the tune with the standard engine and just tune up the power. So at the end of the day, as with most rally builds, this is more about the fun than anything else, so if you can't fit that particular engine, don't worry about it. For those who don't have the engine, the one in question is the Lexus SC430 Super GT500 engine, which is a beast. As you can see, 820 horsepower. The point level is very high, even on dirt tyres. Of course, it is based on the Toyota Tundra, and as some of you will have seen from the livery, this is by far the most popular source livery that I've used of any build, I think, so far. It's a very well-known livery, very popular on the community. I think it's got like a couple of thousand likes already, so chances are many of you probably already have it. So I would recommend the Stage 1 weight, of course, after fitting the SC430 engine, that goes without saying. As far as the Club Sports section, I've got the power restrictor, but we're not using it. The ballast as well, dirt tyres, of course that depends on if you take it off-road or not. As far as the computer, that is fully customized, medium RPM turbo. The reason for that is because even though the high, of course, gives you more power and more torque, it's a rally car, you know? Or it's a version of a rally vehicle. So having a high RPM turbo just isn't that useful. It takes so long to spool up that you're just kind of wasting a lot of that potential, of course. We've got the fully customized diff, stage 3 weight reduction, of course. As usual, the body rigidity I'll leave down to you, if you want to go for it or not. We've got the racing silencer, I believe that was already fitted though. We've got the pads, the discs, clutch and flywheel, of course the torque vectoring centered diff, the fully customized suspension and transmission. We do have racing hards, because I fitted those in the past, but you don't necessarily need that unless you plan on taking it on the tarmac. And then for the extreme, we've got the hydraulic handbrake and the steering angle adapter as well. So with the visuals all fitted, and you could pretty much download, you know, whatever rally style livery you want to go for, because there are a number of different teams to choose from, so you certainly don't have to stick to this one. If we then jump into the tuning section, of course we have the dirt tyres fitted, because I'm using this one off-road in particular, and this one is designed, of course, to be quick, for sure, but more than all else, I wanted this to just be a lot of fun to use, and to be kind of like a throwback to like the Mitsubishi rally raid cars in the older games. So we've got the highest ride height on this one, the lowest anti-roll, lowest dampers all round, the lowest springs as well, 1 degree of camber on the back, 1.5 on the front, no toe at all, so totally different approach to anything else in this pack. And a lot of that is down to it being fun more than anything else. As far as the diff, I've gone for 5 and 5, 40 and then 20 with a 50-50 split. And of course, the split is active. So while you're driving, you can change that if you don't like the way it feels. As far as the gearbox or the transmission, I've gone for a 250 km/h auto setting, which is only about 150 miles an hour. So if you do plan to use this on the road, you'll definitely need to stretch that out a lot more, but if you are using it as I am off-road, you really don't need top-end speed. Now, the power restrictor, the ECU, the weight, I haven't touched any of that. Downforce is not adjustable, and then over here you can see all of the other stuff that I've fitted. So, of course, all that remains is to jump out onto the dirt and show you what this thing can do in practice. Now, like I said, this is an engine-swapped tune, so if you don't have that engine, you will of course have different results. You can tune up the normal Tundra engine instead. I don't recall how much power that one can have. I think it might have been maybe 500 or 600 horses, something like that. So it's definitely not going to be slow even then. I just wanted to go with the race engine because it's just that one build out of the 10 that's just completely nuts. You know, this is designed to be nothing but fun, and if you do use it for some kind of event, then of course you can have fun with it, and you'll probably win given how quick it can be, but it's just designed to put a smile on your face. You know, it's a big, dumb, overpowered rally raid vehicle, which in most cases is a lot more powerful than an actual rally raid truck of its type would probably be, but again, that's not the point. You know, I just wanted to have fun with it. So likewise with all of the other builds, for those of you who have joined me for the journey again, and I know many of you carried over from the December first pack that I did as well and enjoyed those. I hope of course you've enjoyed these. I certainly hope that you have, of course, and maybe put in your own spin, your own variation, your own changes to the tuning as well. And of course, like I said earlier on today, definitely stick around on the channel next month, because once again I will be doing like a first half of the month approach to my special projects builds, and then of course we cover whatever Polyphony adds in the second half of the month. So it kind of gives players something to do, something to have fun with, something to look forward to, and have that kind of anticipation of new cars, even though Polyphony isn't doing it. You know, so it keeps the month completely packed out at the start and the end, instead of having like this dead zone at the start of every month where we're kind of just bored. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Of course, stick around for more, and until next time, I'll see you then. But for now, as always, thanks for watching.